Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Youth Bombs. I am Tim Martin. Alongside here, we got Craig Anderson. And Craig, I wanted to jump in on the show today because I got to get something off my chest with this Alachua County School Board. Yet once again, just doing the weird, strange, don't really get it. So the Alachua Chronicle, if you go back to their website, alachuachronicle.com, on November 26th, they put up another article about Dr. Graham. Dakeyan Graham, nickname is Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Dr. Dre. So the title of the article I'll read is Rawlings Elementary Assistant Principal moved to Talbot Elementary after committee finds that he violated ACPS policy by removing his pants during a weigh-in.
What are these people thinking, right? like
You don't think that's normal? That's not normal?
I don't think so.
In a professional setting, that's not normal?
Probably not.
Okay, so it begs the question, what was the story, right? What was the story? So this, just for a little bit of background, Dr. Graham, we'll just say Dr. Graham because I can't really bring myself to nickname the guy, but Dr. Graham, he had gotten a DUI, I think back maybe over the summer or something like that, and I understand, he's on his own personal time, but you sort of kind of put that on the back of your mind on a judgment person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a judgment list for people. So he got this DUI, and I don't really even know the standing of this, but apparently the background here is that they were doing sort of this Biggest Loser style weight loss challenge over at Rawlings, which... people do, things like this in a professional setting and all that, right? I mean, you've heard of these before, I assume?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
So apparently they're having one of these over there at Rawlings Elementary, and as the article states, you can't make this stuff up. He goes to the weigh-in, which apparently is in the nurse's office. He goes there early, and that's where they have the scale, as the article says. And when he does his weigh-in, I guess this is the final weigh-in for the challenge, right? He strips down to nothing but the man's boxer shorts. This is shake your head stuff. Right? Yeah. I know you don't necessarily know a whole lot about, this particular article or anything like that. So as a completely, sort of outside opinion, how does this hit you? It's just off the face of it?
Crazy. This isn't a doctor's appointment, right? You're not with your doctor having an evaluation. You're in a public setting at a public school. What if there was a 7-year-old walking by or coming into the office because he's not feeling well?
Well, I'm not sure if he's trying to explain that away in the fact that it was before school at 7:10 a.m. So, trying to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he was sort of thinking ahead. But still, in a professional setting, you don't take all your clothes off. I don't care what it is. It's like you said, unless you're in a medical situation, you're at a doctor's office or something. I don't know. This just kind of blows me away. Did you happen to read the article or scan it a little bit?
Yeah, I took a look.
Okay.
Maybe he needed to lose 12 ounces from his pants or something.
I don't know. Well, so his defense, because there was actually a review. The school board reviewed it, and I saw Kathy Black's name in here, Dr. Black, and I guess she wasn't able to comment for this particular article, but they did a review, and they just kind of boiled it down to, I guess, poor judgment. But he was saying in his defense that he's been an athlete all his life, and from his professional photo, he does look like he's a fairly fit guy. But he said that before weigh-ins for competitions, when he was cutting weight, which I can only guess that was with wrestling, because when I was in high school, the only thing he did weigh-ins for was wrestling. But I don't know, maybe he had boxing or something in his school. But he said always when he was cutting weight and weighing in before competitions, that's how he weighed in. So it didn't even faze him. Do you think that's a plausible defense?
No, it was in front of a woman, right? What are you thinking? It's not a athletic setting. This is work. We're in a school building.
True.
And you're alone with a woman, if that's
right.
my understanding. So I don't really see the defense here.
That's what the Alachua Chronicle article says. You're not... I don't think you're missing anything. I don't think I'm missing anything per se. But yeah, professional setting, alone with a woman, and I don't know. Would you say today's environment with sexuality in schools is maybe hypersensitive at the moment?
There's
Slightly,
a lot. There's a lot
you can
going
sense the
on.
sarcasm in my voice, right? I don't know. So he gets moved to Talbot Elementary School.
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. Like, it's like you were saying the pee in the rug, right? Like you try and squash it.
Walnut.
Yeah, you try and squash it. It just moves aside. Like there's
No. I was talking about a magician, like a straight magician. They have the little walnut shell, and there's a pea under it, but they're kind of switching it around. It's hoping you don't find it, because eventually you got to. You're betting on whether or not the pea is under this walnut shell, or that walnut shell, or the third walnut shell. But the magician is sort of trying to move it around and faking you out. So this is sort of, it's like a hide it so you can't find it.
right.
So that sort of analogy is what I feel like the county does at the school board all the time, or the Alachua County Public Schools, the different entity. But I feel like they just take these people and they just move them around, hoping you don't find them, hoping they can bury them in administrative paperwork or something like that. I mean, the man, before he got the DUI, he was named a Teacher of the Year for the whole state of Florida.
Don't know who gave him that.
In 2020. And I'm sorry. It was February 2024 when he actually got the DUI. But let me see. It was called the Director of Educational Equity.
Oh wow!
How about that?
So important.
The director. I swear that the ACPS makes up titles so that they can just give their friends jobs. I swear that's what it is. Because who else has a Director of Educational Equity? Not to mention there was another woman who was the Director of Equitable Inclusion. It wasn't quite DEI, but maybe it was camouflage DEI, because the state rule says you can't do that kind of stuff. But it's sort of, I don't know. How do you make up this? You can't make this stuff up.
No, you really can't. It's so ridiculous. And he got a lateral move. Like, it wasn't a demotion. It wasn't like necessarily a punishment. It's just like, as you said, they just move him over here and they're hoping the parents don't notice.
Right. So I mean, it's even kind of less than slap on the wrist, right?
Right.
Because it didn't really, I mean, other than the fact that but these people move around anyway, so it's not really an issue for them to move to another school. But I mean, maybe it was completely innocent in his thought, but at a minimum for me, it's just a signal of judgment being a problem with this guy. At a minimum. So, I don't know if that ends up in his file or something like that. I guess the super official board policy, as the article says at AlachuaChronicle.com, is the policy is 1210. A district administrator shall not engage in harassment or discriminatory conduct which is unreasonably interferes with the individual's performance or of professional or work responsibilities. ... Because the lady that was in the nurse's office complained that she felt uncomfortable about it. Rightfully so?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And then there's policy 1362, which is the anti-harassment policy. And I don't know if this raises necessarily to the level of harassment. It doesn't. If you read through the article, there wasn't necessarily an overt sexual advance or anything like that. But, sexual harassment or just feeling uncomfortable is one of those things that are within the eye of the beholder, right? Totally subjective kind of stuff. So, it's a little Me Too-ish, but I mean, even being a middle-aged man that's seen other guys in boxer shorts in a professional setting, that's a no-go.
Right.
And I've been in, even if I was friends with somebody at work, I don't think that I would do that at work.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, it would make anyone uncomfortable. So I don't see the logic here. I don't see his reasoning. Like, it's not adding up.
Yeah, nothing adds up with the Alachua County School Board. And speaking of which, they're on their 15th or 20th superintendent now in like 5 or 10 years or something.
Crazy.
That literally, I think they're on their 10th superintendent in 11 years.
Wow, no kidding.
And I know you've done some things with the book challenges and stuff. This move of Dr. Graham laterally, just hiding the pea under the shell, this cannot possibly surprise you.
No, it doesn't. These people are dishonest, they're corrupt, and they're liars. And we need new people running the school board and running the school district.
Well said. You want to close us out?
Yeah, thanks everyone so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We upload 3 times a week. If you'd like to reach out to us, feel free to email us at youthbombs@alachuarepublicans.com. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much.
I appreciate you letting me get that off my chest.
Absolutely.